What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a Natty or Not on Logan Paul. So, before I get into this video, I do not know the guy at all, and I'm bringing this up because it's something that's been talked about a lot in conversations on podcasts recently that I've been watching. He has a fight coming up that we can speculate what he might be doing for that, and it might be a fun topic to talk about because he has a great physique. He doesn't look blown out of proportion. He's like 210, 215 pounds, 6'2", 6'3", kind of like that ideal physique. But he hasn't always looked like this. So the guy, if you go back to when he was like 16, 17 years old, now he's been training now for like 10 years. So he's built a phenomenal physique over this amount of time, but he's always had super good genetics for being lean, as well as just having an athletic physique. The guy's always looked like he's worked out. He's always been an athlete. He's always been training. But in the last four to 5 years, things are starting to get a little bit suspicious. Let's put it that way. Most people make the majority of their gains in the first few years of working out if you're natural. And then the last few years, he got into boxing, got into the WWE, and his physique went from looking good, looking great, to looking freaky. And that's kind of a telltale sign that you might be doing something. So let's get into what he's doing, if any of his stuff is drug tested, which it's not, and we're going to go from there. So he got into boxing. None of his fights are technically professional fights. They're all exhibition. There's been no drug testing in any of them, which leaves a lot of room on the table for doing whatever the hell you want, to be honest. And if I was him, you'd be stupid to not be utilizing something to look better, perform better, make more money, and ultimately also reduce your risk of injury while you're competing in a combat sport. So my opinion is he is not natural. I don't think he's taking a lot of stuff. I think he's probably on testosterone, low dose of testosterone, as well as peptides, and probably something for mental performance as well. Because what people neglect to realize is that when you are working all the time, your hormones are normally not in check. Like if you're natural and you're working 16 hours a day, typically your testosterone levels are crashed. So using exogenous hormones to keep your blood levels stable is actually can have health benefits to it in and of itself. So that's one thing. I also believe that in the WWE, nobody is in the WWE and is natural, in my opinion. The whole sport show, whatever you want to call it, is based off appearance and athletic performance, and there's no drug testing. So you tell me, if you're going to be offered millions of dollars a year to be in a performance that is strictly based off how you look and your athletic ability, and you're training all the time, where in a sport that you have a high risk of injury, that you're not going to be utilizing something for recovery. In my opinion, that's just naive or dumb. So I don't think he's natural. I don't think he's abusing a lot of stuff. The guy looks absolutely phenomenal. And it's an interesting topic because people look at him and they're like, it's not that unattainable. But to put in perspective, be 210, 215 pounds at 6'3", bench press, I think he benched like 225 for like 18 reps. I have never seen anybody naturally do that. And I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm not natural. I am 215 pounds right now. I am 6'2", between 6'2", 6'3", and I'm not natural. And I don't know anybody else that is anywhere close to where I am naturally. And yes, there are exceptions. There is elite level genetics that can 100% achieve a physique like myself or like Logan Paul naturally 100%, but it's not the most likely outcome. So I think we have these skewed perceptions of like these 1 in a million guys on the internet that have these freaky physiques naturally. But then I get into the whole point that if you were that good naturally, why wouldn't you just take something? Because if you're already that good and you enhanced it, like, wouldn't that make more sense? Because most of us, like, if I was at my physique right now, actually, I would 100% take steroids to get to a physique that was mind-blowing. And I think that's most people that are super competitive and super driven. Like, they're going to do whatever it takes to be the best they can possibly be. And that's just my opinion on the subject. But anyway, that's my opinion. You guys can debate me in the comment section down below. Do I think he's natural? No. Do I think he's taking a ton of stuff? No. I think he just is doing what he has to do to look the part, to be in the WWE, to do these fights and pull in as many views as possible. He's a smart businessman. Like, the guy's fucking successful. And I think he's just doing what he has to do to continue to be successful. And I don't blame him for that. But at the same time, I will give him some credit in the fact that, like, why he wouldn't talk about it. I don't think it's necessarily the smart thing to do when you have a very young audience to talk about performance enhancing drugs. I don't think it's best for his brand. There's no reason for him to discuss it. So him just not talking about it, I think, makes the most sense. So that being said, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys soon.